We are in the Shroud Museum in Turin. This museum was founded around the year 1936 by the Confraternity of the Most Holy Shroud. Renovated in 1961 and in 1997, work began on the preparation of this new site that was inaugurated in 1998. In this museum, we have tried to reconstruct the scientific and historical path around the Shroud. In effect, the first object we meet is the camera with which Secondo Pia took the first photograph of the Shroud in 1898. From this photograph began the scientific research into the cloth in its strictest sense. These plates are the result of Secondo Pia's photography, compared with the results of further photographs taken by Giuseppe Enrie in 1931. One of the greatest unanswered mysteries relative to the Shroud is that of how the imprint was made on the cloth. Here we have the important experimental cloths that certain scientists, over the years, have printed in order to try to understand how the image was formed on the cloth. An imprint that has very particular characteristics, such as that of three-dimensionality, which is documented in this showcase. The Shroud bears many traces and microtraces. Here we have documented the presence of human blood using various techniques, and the presence of plant pollen that testifies to the Shroud having rested in the Middle East at some time in its past. In this section, we wanted to show the Shroud's historical journey, both the certain one and that which is still hypothetical. In particular, in these first showcases, we have shown the theory that the Shroud can be identified with the Mandy lion of Edessa, and we have documented the presence of a Shroud depicted at Constantinople during the period of the Fourth Crusade, therefore between 1203 and 1204. The period of the Shroud's certain history, in the sense that it is documented, begins in France in the middle of the 14th century, when the Shroud is in the hands of a French feudal family, the Charny family, a family that has important ties with Greece, and these ties could explain the passage of the Shroud from the east to the west. The last descendant of this family, Marguerite, ceded the Shroud to the Savoy family that kept it at Chambéry for a certain period, before moving it to Turin. This chest, according to tradition, is the chest in which the Shroud arrived in Turin. With its arrival in Turin, the fame of the Shroud grew together with the frequency of its portrayal and depiction. This is a choice of among the most meaningful and important reproductions of the 17th and 18th centuries. These are from the 19th. Proof of the importance the Shroud has always had for Piedmont and the Savoy family is the precious chest that was commissioned, probably by Charles Emmanuel I, to house the Shroud. This museum, therefore, even through the exhibition of unique treasures, makes the point about historical and scientific research, together with the knowledge we have about the Shroud up until today. But it doesn't stop here. Given the nature of the object about which this museum is built, we would like the visitor to also bring with them the instruments for an in-depth analysis and personal reflection. This is why we thought of ending the visit with a series of projected sentences said by either popes or archbishops of Turin that illustrate the significance the Shroud can and must have for all men, whether they are believers or not.
Può e deve avere per tutti gli uomini, siano essi credenti o non credenti.